Yes. Good. We're getting ready to answer your list of questions, and on Friday we're going to talk about stuff we learned down at Walt Disney World while we were down there, and we have some news. We could talk about the new checkout process at Pop Century and Mouse Gear. I'm with the boat, and I bought stuff at one.
I watched my brother buy stuff at the other.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. I mean, it makes me feel like I'm a thief, but no, because you got to talk to somebody at the end, so that's not bad.
We have that at our grocery store. Like you legit take a scanner with you and you just scan everything you put in your basket and then you can check out with it.
So it's like kind of like a registry like thing, like a Target, like the gun.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Huh. I know Amazon has stores now that you don't even like I guess you like use biometrics or something as you go in and you just throw stuff in your bag. You don't even scan it. Like somehow it has cameras everywhere. And it knows
really?
Pick up, and if it goes into your basket, you're charged to your Amazon account.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really like that.
Leave it to Amazon.
Yeah,
we have an Amazon center like near us, like a storage place or whatever. And like legit, there are times I will order something like Monday evening, and on Tuesday it gets delivered. I'm just like, this is like magic. Like. Like if my grandmother were alive, she would be like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? It would just blow her away. I'm sure she's like, oh, it is nuts. It is. What a time to be alive, right?
Right.
Yeah. Amazon Go stores. So Dan's asking real quick, Ricky, is there any way to donate any more? Because I know that closed on Sunday.
I believe it is closed.
But we're going to do another 6-hour show like in the spring. So
yes. So I believe it's closed right now. Sorry.
But just hang tight because we're not going to go 2 years this time. We're going to go.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, that one worked out. So we'll pick dates.
We need questions. We were just down there, and 2/3 of us. So you can.
I've been down. Let's be honest. I've been down there a lot.
That's true. I know. You just want to go there this past week.
I lived there in the summer for a while. That's true.
I think you qualify.
I was like, I haven't traveled for 2 months. That means I
gotta go. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, here we go. This is 1812. Welcome to episode 1812 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. And we are back in our podcasting bunkers. We got let out there over the weekend to go down to Walt Disney World. We got to see some lights, not just some. We got to see 3.3 million lights at Give Kids a World Village. I got to go to 3 out of the 4 theme parks this past week and weekend. It was awesome and got to stay in 2 different resorts. So a lot to talk about, but let's get the ladies introduced so we can kind of recap what happened on Saturday, which was quite amazing and very heartwarming. And then we'll get on to your listener questions. So joining me, she is the woman of the hour. She is the heart and soul of every fundraiser that we do for Give Kids the World. Honestly, she puts it all together. She does a ton of logistical work. And we can't thank her enough for that. We have Ricky, who hangs out over at themouseforless.com. Happy Wednesday, Ricky. What's up?
Happy Wednesday. And I am still floored by the amount of money that we were able to raise for Give Kids the World. So, over $26,000 for Give Kids the World. It's just.
Say it one more. I gotta say it with like a radio DJ.
I know, right? Okay, go.
We raised, as a podcast family, over $26,000 on Saturday.
Yes, I'm so excited. So I'm so happy that we're going to be able to help, give the kids who are going to be visiting the village a little bit of happiness. And, hopefully, again, like they were talking about, hopefully they get to visit soon. But I'm, so glad that we're going to be able to help, because I know that they have a lot of kids who want to come visit that haven't been able to because of COVID. So, I'm sure that once they get the okay, they are going to hit the ground running and start, letting everybody back in as soon as they possibly can. So I'm glad that we were able to help, facilitate that in any kind of way possible. So thank you to all of our listeners. for, your donations, whether you donated items or whether you donated monetarily for your bidding on auction items, for those of you who, were trying to get the totals up for other people so that we got even more money. I appreciate that too. Of course, I want to thank everybody at Magical Wishes for Kids. They all helped so much. Kim and Aaron were so huge in getting everything done, while we were there. And their daughter Anna as well. I want to thank everyone at Give Kids the World who so graciously had us there. Stephen and Pamela and everybody else who were there to help us with that. And then of course I want to thank the Magic for Less Travel because they also were a sponsor of the event as well. So without them we couldn't have done this either. So I just want to say big thank you to everybody who helped. It's not just me who does this, although I know that I put in a lot of legwork. It's definitely not just me who does it all. So I'm so thankful to everyone. So
yep, and each and every person who took the time to tune in and give us a call and just listen in and get donate, whether it was $5 or however much you donated. It was amazing, and we're so glad to have folks here in the live chat as we record, and just an amazing time. It really was. So also joining us, she is definitely in the bunker up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In the bunker, we have the co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel, Pam Forrester. Pam, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be on the tail end of a successful fundraising effort here. It was, I think it was weird because I don't know that anybody knew what to expect in 2020, how it would be. So I think that absolutely to raise that much money during 2020 is a huge accomplishment. Truly. So looking forward to it. And like Mike said, we want to do it again in the spring. Look at doing it maybe a couple times a year because so many people sent in such great auction items too. That part was pretty cool too, to see all the different things, by the way. I mean, really, it's just like amazing. So, and the way that, everyone was willing to bid on this. So it was so good. And it's, it's always nice to be a part of this. So.
Right. I mean, the thing was, I didn't know we were having these Christmas ornaments, like as incentives and stuff. And I mean, all of a sudden, like, okay, we got Magic Kingdom. Now we got Epcot. Now we got the studios. Now we got Animal Kingdom.
Right.
Now we got Beauty and the Beast. This whole, I apologize. Like, if you were watching, it was like Mike seemed like he was like a conveyor belt or something. I mean, it was so generous of the village and Disney and whoever donated all this stuff. But I mean, like I was getting Ricky was getting handed stuff and Ricky's handed it to me. And I mean, it's like, it was a nut house. I'll just tell you from behind the scenes on Saturday, it was crazy.
My mom equated it to like watching QVC, like, and now we have this ornament set. And now this one, yes.
I think the seventh caller got a ShamWow. I think
so. Yes, exactly.
I wish they had
wait, there's more.
There was though. It was just insane. It was just it was definitely worth we really enjoyed getting to go down to the village and see it again. And I'll just tell you what, I know that as of Saturday when we talked with Steven, and let me just remind you too, tomorrow we're going to have the first hour of the 6 hours on the feed in lieu of our call-in show that we usually have on Sunday night. So on Thursday, you will get the interview with Pam Landworth that tells you where all the money goes to, some heartwarming stories, how the village has kind of, thrived and done the best they can in 2020. And here's the big dilemma I think that I heard from many, many people. When you go through and see these lights, it is very, and I know that we had the gentleman on that's in charge of these lights. And I try to get him to say the words Osborne Lights, but I think contractually he probably can't. So I asked him if his lights danced that he worked on. He said they might have, and he had a lot, so whatever. We're not with him right now, so I'm going to say that. But the thing was, it was very, very reminiscent of Osborne Lights as you walked around the village. Absolutely. You got to see the villas and the themes, like you had Chick-fil-A house, you had a Holiday Inn. Now I've said this, Holiday Inn, they did a great job on their villa, but it would have been easier just to go get one of those 70s road signs with the big arrow and the star, and they're done. Like, boom, that's perfect. But anyway, it was just really cool. And the thing is, I know that you're probably not going to go to Central Florida for this, but I'm telling you, and you can't get in right now. At least the day we were recording was through December 20th. It's sold out. It's that popular. But if you do get a chance, because this runs through January 3rd, it is jaw dropping. I mean, the money goes to charity. And I mean, I honestly think like when I came home, I went to 3 Disney parks and the coolest thing I saw were the lights. You know, I mean, even with the projection mapping on the Tower of Terror and the castle, it was just, because you have the Christmas music playing, you can buy hot cocoa, you can get the cookies. I mean, you're doing it for a good cause, you know, like going to the Osborne Lights, right? It was heartwarming, but I mean, you're supporting the mouse. Like you go to Give Kids a World, like you're supporting people that need support. It's, I just want to encourage people, you know, just look into it. If you're going down after the 20th of December, add it to your trip.
It was incredible, you know, just to walk around and especially in like that main square area where the lights were literally all around you. It absolutely did feel like very, very reminiscent of, you know, that other spectacle of, you know, some sort of dancing lights or whatever. You know, you could tell like it was very, very, very similar to what they had done there. And the scope of it was just phenomenal because the lights really were all around you and all encompassing, and it was simply gorgeous. And you know, I only wish we had more time to walk around. I mean, we had some great time to walk around, but like, and I you know, of course they have a time limit for guests as well, but you know, it's still one of those things where it's like, you just, to absorb it all it takes a while, because you're just like, I mean, I think that you can see in the video, because I think Mike had me on camera a little bit, but like my jaw was like just down to the floor, you know, like it was so incredible. So they Give Kids the World did an amazing job, and you know, I don't know if they'll be able to do it again, but knowing Steven, he'll find a way to do something that's just as cool, you know. So yeah.
As I normally do, I got sidetracked there, and that was the question. Like a lot of people said, "God, I wish they would do this every year," but we don't want them to do this next year, right? We want the villas to be full. We want the village to be full of families, and just. But I mean, God, it's such a cool location at the same time. It's
I know, and it's such a great fundraiser for Give Kids the World as well. So you know, hopefully they can figure out something that they can do, you know, that still does something very similar to this. But of course, I hope that they don't get the opportunity to do this again. Like that's the weirdest sentence ever, but like, yeah.
Crazy. I'm like, oh God, babe, I got home last night and I was like a mile a minute. I'm like, I know I showed video. The video doesn't do it justice. It's so cool. Like we got to do this next year. Oh wait, we don't want them to do this next year, but it's so cool. I want to do it. Anyway, so we'll figure it out. But that's Steven and Pam and everybody over. They got to figure that out. They're smart.
Yes, exactly. Okay. They're smart.
Let's get to the questions. Mickey is in our live chat and she's got the coolest Thanksgiving Mickey.
I love her Mickey
thing on her icon. Now it is out of season, but I'm not going to say anything. You know, if that was very cool. She's just asking simply: is Stormalong Bay pool heated? No, I'm swimming no matter what. So I hope that the heater's broken. No. So Pam, talk to her about the pools in the colder months like December and January.
So the good news is that all of Disney's pools are heated. They're kept to a balmy around the low to mid 80 degrees. So that is the good news. The only issue is when you get out, it's a little cold. Yes. I will say that it's a little chilly, but I've been there, done that. I had a daughter who would swim regardless of the weather since she was very, very tiny. We'd get to Florida, and for her that meant swimming no matter what. So we did that frequently. The other thing is right this moment, the hot tubs are not available.
Which is a huge bummer for someone who loves hot tubs, but understandable for someone who does not want COVID. So, you know, yes, I get it. Because you've got to be in such tight space with people in a hot tub. So no social distancing.
Hot tubs in normal circumstances are awful.
I agree with you. They're not the best in normal circumstances. Look, let me just put out of my mind what hot tub grossness. Let me just put that out of my mind. Okay.
I get them because I love them, especially on like a race weekend.
I do love them. But yes,
you're just kind of staring at each other with bubbles like all around you. And I will say, not once, twice I've gotten into a hot tub and people are like, "Are you Mike from the Be Our Guest Podcast?"
No,
yes, it's awesome. That's really awkward at first because the thing is like they know all your stories, but you don't know their stories. You know,
and you're in a hot tub together.
I'm like, we're in a hot tub. You know, it's like I'm gonna get a hot tub. But, they're awesome. So yeah, same story, fam. One of the very first trips we took Paige down. She was like 7. You know, so that's how long ago it was before I did a podcast. You know, I even had a thought of a podcast. Like I remember, like it was between Christmas and New Year's when we were off from school, And same thing. It was like 40 degrees.
Mike's frozen.
It was like 40 that day. And Pam's like, you are getting in that pool with her because you promised her for the last 2 months you're going to go swimming with her.
Right.
I'm like, no, man, it's freezing. You kidding me? And I still, of course, this is what Pam says. I'm still trying to catch her. So, yes, I got in that pool and the pool was fine. But it was our room was far from the pool because we had to go to the feature pool, right? And we're like on one of the buildings. It's like 8 miles down the way. We couldn't go to the one that was right by our room because it wasn't cool. That wasn't the coolest. We had to go to the feature one that looked like a piano, I think, or whatever. Dude, talk about that was a sprint. I'm just saying it was cold. Okay. Alfred's got a question. We appreciate Alfred calling in during the show on Saturday. Let's kind of modify his question slightly. If you could live at any resort on property for a year, you got to stay there for a year. One resort, where would it be and why? Let's don't give a whole show to this, but let's come up with something.
I already have mine.
Okay, go ahead. Well, let me guess. Okay, you gotta be honest if I guess it.
Okay, I will be.
Is it a Wilderness Lodge, like on the Wilderness Lodge campus?
No, that was not the first one that came to my mind. Although I can see that.
I thought you might go Copper Creek. Okay, go ahead.
I actually I would say at Riviera. I would. There's something about that resort that I really truly like. And there are different times in my life when I'm down, especially in one of the largest villas, like if I'm in a 2-bedroom or larger, I think to myself, I could sell it all and just move in here. Like I'd be willing to get rid of all this stuff.
When we were at the Riviera, he actually said those exact words.
Seriously.
If we downsized slightly, we could live in this villa.
Right. I think I would probably need the 3-bedroom because both Steve and I need an office. So it would probably need to be at least that. But yes, I think I totally could. And I love the Riviera, not only because I like that style, the decor sort of fits, my taste or my personality in some ways, but I also really like the location of it. And I love that it has Skyliner transportation. For me, Skyliner is a game changer. Truly, truly, truly. It just is. And I've ridden it in the winter months and, in the summer months. Both times it's a game changer for me. Is Pop Century justified in having a higher price tag because it's on the Skyliner? 100%. Yeah. 100%. Is Caribbean Beach justified in it? 100%. So, you'll find me at the Riv.
So remind me, I got to follow up on that, Pam. So don't let me forget about this. I got a question from one of my guests and great client. And it was a good conversation that we got to kind of start. Ricky, where would you stay for a year?
Oh man. I did have thoughts of the Riviera actually originally, which is kind of funny. And I do like your suggestion, Mike, of Copper Creek. Not gonna lie. I think
both to the Magic Kingdom, and it's very homey, like it's very comfortable.
Yes. So I think I would be now between Copper Creek or if we're going all out, right, we might as well go to the bungalows at the Polynesian, right on the water. So just saying, if we're going all out, that sounds like a pretty awesome spot to kind of just hang out. So for a year.
The Riv was awesome. I got to say the one night with Scott and got to hang out there a lot. Because the thing is, here's just for the record, if you're ever going to do a split, and you want kind of two different feels, but you want to be like logistically simple, the Caribbean Beach Riviera split was awesome because you're basically just in a different building.
Yeah.
And it worked out great for me this weekend because I stayed the first night. Scott added me to his reservation. I stayed there Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. I was at Caribbean Beach. Just hopped in the car, dragged my luggage over because I had all the sound equipment stuff. And it was great. Okay, I'd, get up in the morning. I'd be like, Scott, where are we having breakfast? I'd just walk over to the Riv or he'd come over to Caribbean Beach, piece of cake. But anyway, where I'm going to stay, I'm going to go Boardwalk Villas. I don't know, just because I can walk the two parks, very comfortable.
I think that's a good choice too.
That's a good
dining. I'm always thinking about lots of dining options. Okay, real quick, follow up. I get this question, and this is because I was posting pictures of Caribbean Beach a lot. So if you want to check out Caribbean Beach, you're heading there anytime soon. Get excited because I got a lot of them on Instagram. So my good friend Chris, who's a big Mizzou fan, lives out in Columbia. He asked me today, excluding the Skyliner. Okay, so take the Skyliner out of the equation. Which resort is better, Coronado or Caribbean Beach? So I said, here's what I said. Coronado is a better hotel. It's got it's brand new. It's got the tower, very deluxe feeling. It's got better dining. I mean, let's be honest. The pools are the same, but it's got better dining. It's got the tower. So Coronado, excluding the Skyliner, is a better place to stay. But when you put in the Skyliner, it's at least an equal fight. Like I don't know, like if it pushes Caribbean Beach over Coronado. I think it's very equal with the Skyliner factored in. Without the Skyliner, Coronado definitely wins. Pam, what would you say to that argument?
Yeah, I see that. Even with the Skyliner, I still sometimes lean towards Coronado. And the reason being is that I just think that they have better dining options, in my opinion. And I like the standard room there a little better. I just do. So if you're not worried about transportation options, I still would probably give Coronado, the little bit of edge. But it's hard to not take the Skyliner into consideration. It just really is. And I love the feel of Caribbean Beach. I really, truly do. And I told you, like Banana Cabana, it's still open there. So you can still, go there and grab something. So I like that too. And I like the proximity to Riviera. You have all of those restaurants at your disposal as well. So it's really challenging to pick one over the other at this point. I'm happy if it's either one of those. And
it's rough because I like the Caribbean theme better than I like Coronado's theme, just by a little. I love I was like, I'm never going to love Coronado's theme, the American Southwest, that's, I do like that a lot. It grows on you, I think. Like it's very cool. Look, it's beautiful. And I love taking pictures. I don't know why I got all of a sudden into pictures like in the last couple of years, but I love taking pictures and those resorts are great. But yeah, they're at least they're equal with the Skyliner and the Factor. But Ricky, are you with us on this one? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Coronado just a little bit takes it without the Skyliner. Now with the Skyliner, yeah, I think Caribbean Beach may have it. To be honest, there's something really nice about having that Skyliner. I mean, really nice.
I mean, I stayed in Epcot. I had to be on the Magical Express at 2:45. I didn't leave Epcot till 2:15. I had to get my stuff from Bell Services too. Like, I mean, it was like I jumped on this Skyliner. I'm back in like 7 minutes. I got off at the Riviera and just walked from there because it's about an equal shot, I think, from either. I kind of looked at it a lot this past weekend. I think if you get off at Caribbean Beach, you're going to Old Port Royale. I think you're just as close from the Riviera station. It's not maybe a minute or two.
Right.
You get off sooner, so you're walking sooner. So anyway, because I kind of stayed, I had to get an eclair, and that kind of put me really under the gun to not miss my bus. But that eclair was good. It was worth it. I was like, if I get stuck in Orlando for a day because of an eclair, I'm good with that.
Worth it.
Just saying. I just like Long John, the mini Long John with some stuff in the middle. All right. And remember that first media event, man, I ate like 20 of those that one night. I didn't know what an eclair was. I had no idea, but they had a bunch of them at a little stand, and I was just tearing them up. They just had to keep bringing them out from the behind because this podcaster doesn't know what's going on, keeps eating all the mini Long Johns. So that's how that was. Okay, Phil. Now, Phil on his way to the airport to come down and volunteer, Give Kids a World on Saturday night, got turned around, got some bad news. One of the children didn't feel well on the way to the airport, so they had to delay their trip. So he says, having to skip this week, boo. What can we expect for crowds if we were scheduled for the first 2 weeks of January? Also, with shorter January hours, is park hopping really a moot point, or will they modify January hours? Thoughts on that, Ricky? What do you think about January as far as crowds, park hopping, and is it going to be worth it?
I think that the crowds are going to be fine. So I think you're going to be, good there. As far as the park hours are concerned, who knows if they're going to extend them or not. They seem to have been extending them lately. So that it tends to be a good sign, although, January has typically been a slower month anyway. So, I can see them extending them for like an hour or two at a park or more. But is park hopping a necessity? I think I haven't looked at the hours for January. Are they still doing like the 12 to 10 or something like that for Epcot? For Epcot. If they are, then I say yes, consider it, because it would be really great to go to a park in the morning, say like a Disney's Animal Kingdom or Disney's Hollywood Studios that closes a little earlier, and then head to Epcot and end your evening. So I'm going to say yes, because that would be exactly what I would do.
And of course, crowds should be lower, I would imagine, in January than because you're losing all the holiday. Like I was just itching to hear Christmas music. Like that got me down. I'm sure there's a lot of people like that. I want to see lights. I want to see the projections. Now you got Festival of the Holidays or Festival the Arts. You gotta get the right festival.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Okay, here's what I learned too in practice this past weekend. And this made me so long for like 3 weeks from now. Not that I love Christmas, so I don't want the rush. I love the season. But when park hopping returns, it is going to be immensely easier to be able to hang out with friends that are there at the same time as you.
True.
Okay? So we were there, and of course, Scott and I lined ours all up, right? Because we're like, I was staying with them, like we were together, and stuff like that. But I find out, Adam and Susie are down there from Alabama, right? We don't have any of the same theme park reservations, and then the parents are there. We don't have the same theme park. Ricky, you and I didn't have.
Yeah, we didn't have the same ones. No.
So we never got the opportunity to like hang out in a park. Like if we had the opportunities, we could do it like at a restaurant or at a hotel, something like that. But it is extremely challenging right now before park hopping to kind of meet up in a park. Now, when January hits, what you can do is all coordinate and be like, okay, we're gonna go our separate ways in the morning, get what we gotta get done. But then after 2, let's all hop over to Epcot and grab dinner.
Yeah.
Grab a drink. Pam, do you agree? I mean, I think that's one of the things you really don't think about, but if you're meeting up with other groups and other friends that may be there at the same time, kind of an impromptu thing, it's a huge challenge right now to get out and see people.
No, I agree. I personally cannot wait for park hopping to come back. I think that I will use it nearly every day. I will be there, especially because at the end of the day, the lines to get on attractions are still shorter than they have been in a very, very long time. So even with let's consider a quarter of your day, you still have time to get a lot of things done. You really, truly do. So park hopping, whether you do it, the park that you want to visit in the morning or the evening, whatever it is, think about that because you're going to be able to do it. And I can't wait till it's back. I almost feel like sometimes I'm in a park and I'm like, I want to go to another park to go get, dang it, I can't go to another park.
Yeah. On top of that, okay, and the thing is right now, once you leave your park, your day is done. You have to okay, I'm either going to go back to my hotel or I'm going to go.
Right.
But with park hopping, you're going to have the option to extend your useful time, I'm not, I don't know, just you have so many more options than you do right now. Once you leave that park,
you're done. Yeah.
I mean, you have options, but not as many.
Not as many. Yeah. Agreed.
So it's interesting. Now, I will say you mentioned how much you can get done in a short amount of time. So Epcot opened yesterday, at 11 or something?
Noon. I think it opens at noon.
Yeah, I got there a little bit after 11 and they let me in the International Gateway. I got Soarin' done. Nice. I got Living with the Land. I did Spaceship Earth, had a margarita and guacamole for lunch. That's a good lunch, right?
That's a perfect lunch.
Yes.
I saw the Voices of Liberty at the American Gardens Theater. Nice. And I had Eclair and I got, I was out, but I left it too, so, I mean, I got a lot done in 3 hours.
That is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe by dragging me down. I was just me, man. I was like a man on a mission. And I went to house gear. I didn't buy anything, but
that's a lot.
There. Okay. So that's the answer to that. Okay. So now we have a lot of questions. So let's do these quick answers because it'll be rapid fire. Can we do that? We really can't. Yeah. We'll try. Okay. Here we go. So dun, dun. Jenny's got a fever, by the way, a Disney fever.
Yes, we all do.
Have in 2020. That's a good one. Let's see. Justin Hooper. Justin, who was just on our Monday podcast. He dressed up like an elf.
Nice.
His entire family, his daughter's sweet 16 on Christmas Eve. Got to see the picture, man. It was awesome. That's why I got on the show so fast. I was like, I got to tell this story. Okay. Which resort has your favorite dining? If you had to pick one resort, I'm going to go overall under normal circumstances, Coronado Springs. That's where I'm going. All right, Ricky.
Oh man.
Because you got Maya Grill. You got
that's you. Yeah,
Bridges, which I haven't been to. You got Pepper Market, whichever it's called, Mercado del Coronado. I'm old. Go ahead.
Yeah. What? Yeah, you're definitely. Oh man. Okay. The best favorite dining. Oh, this is definitely tough. Part of me kind of says the Polynesian, just because you've got Kona And, a lot of people love Ohana, and I like Ohana too. And you got Captain Cook's. And then if you want a Dole Whip,
it's too rich for my blood anymore. Like, it's priced me out. It's not a good value for me.
It's definitely not a good value. I would agree with that.
I can't eat that much.
I agree with you on that. But, a lot of people do like Ohana. So, but I'm also kind of debating. I know we've been talking about the Riviera a lot, but I am kind of debating it because they have some fantastic food. I mean, I had the best breakfast at Topolino's, which, right now I know that they don't have my steak, and I really hope that they bring it back eventually because it was so good. And then at Primo Piatto or whatever, they have amazing food there.
Okay, Friday, don't give up my story. I'm going to talk about a breakfast sandwich I had yesterday morning at the Riviera. Yes. Holy cow.
Okay.
Like the pretender, who are those, the proclaimers, the proclamation people. I would walk 500 miles with breakfast sandwich, and I would walk 500 more. I'm dreaming of it right now. So you're right. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they have. I mean, and it's really like quality counter service food too. Like it's really, really good. They have truffle fries there.
Oh yeah, they do. I had them.
Yeah, dude. I don't
burger, but it was a bacon double cheeseburger with those fries. Holy cow, so good.
I am telling you, I don't even really like French fries that much. I really will only eat like a handful, maybe. If I order fries, like it will not. Maybe like 12. I mean, seriously, like that's about all the fries I will eat. Here I was chowing down on those fries. They were that good. So yeah, I think one of those too. Definitely.
All right, Pam. See, we're going quick. We're not good at going fast.
I know we're not doing quick. I'm sorry.
We're not good.
I'm so hungry.
I know.
I think I might say Yacht Club.
Ooh.
I love Ale and Compass, and I love Yachtsman. And you also then, when I say Yacht Club, you get to include Beach Club. Too,
correct.
because they're the same. So you have Beaches and Cream. You also have Cape May is there, and you have the 2 quick service locations for both. And by the way, Beach Club has stepped up their game a little bit since added more to the Beach Club marketplace. They now have
that didn't take much. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say.
I know, right? They have more than the flatbread. Yes, they have more than the flatbread. They added baked macaroni and cheese that has like different stuff on it. Like sometimes it has bacon, or sometimes it has pulled pork or whatnot.
Oh my god!
I know. So at least, I mean, they do have something more. It still does smell like burnt toast when you go in there.
That's a bummer. Okay.
Who cares? We're all wearing masks. It just smells like your own breath.
It's strong though to get through the mask.
Yeah, solid.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Yacht and Beach Club.
Oh my gosh, this is not helping. I'm so hungry. Okay,
no, I know.
Tony, my good buddy, Preacher Tony, says we'll be down in January for the
post
morning breakfast. No, I don't know. Some morning breakfast. Olivia's or Chef Art Smith's homecoming is. You guys know how I love Olivia's. I would still go between the two. If like value were not the option, I would go Art Smith's homecoming.
Me
too. Yeah,
there's not even for me. I mean, Olivia's had some good stuff, but homecoming for breakfast.
Yeah, definitely.
It's stop. Okay, we got
Hallelujah biscuit.
Hallelujah. And he's a preacher. I mean, he will be saying hallelujah as soon as he eats it. It makes your brain crazy. Okay, Anthony Wade. Would you rather run around Hourglass Lake at Pop or run around the Riviera Caribbean Beach? You know what? I do love running Pop Century, right? It's great. But man, I'm telling you, Pop Centuries is a great place to run. It's wide open, nice paths. You got Skyliner, you got the beautiful buildings. But I mean, and I'm not saying it because I love Pop Century and I stay there a lot. It's a value. When I was running Caribbean Beach, it's just a little bit better. You got some palm trees. You got a little bridge you get to run under, a little pedestrian bridge. I ran all the way out to Trinidad, where the pirate rooms are, and turned around the parking lot out there. Got to see Skyliner because it's right by the Skyliner station. It was, and got to run around the Riviera. Yeah, I definitely like running. I love running at the Riviera Caribbean Beach. So that was nice. And yeah, if you look at my time, funny thing is I'm not fast, but yesterday on Sunday morning, I ran my last one there after the Saturday night. Just again, when you're on a high, you have adrenaline, right? And so I was still so excited from the amount of money we got to bring in for Give Kids the World. I ran like a 9:35 like pace for 10 miles in Florida. Like I never do that. I never get under 10 minutes.
But you know what though? It was nice though. The temperature was gorgeous, and there was no humidity. So
I know, it was gorgeous. But I'm just saying,
I can understand why you ran that fast, because you didn't have like the humidity just bearing down on you. So.
And I also figured out what it was. I was going to get that Riviera breakfast sandwich, which I'm going to talk about on
There
Friday.
you go. Okay, got it.
Just on the off chance they ran out of the ingredients.
I've got to get the sandwich.
Because I knew Scott was going to, and Scott actually didn't order because he had already had 3 on his trip. So
oh my gosh.
Before that, he turned me onto it.
Okay. Funny.
Jenny, who's got the Disney fever, also has a Disney question. If you could go for a quick trip in either January, February, or March, which would you choose? I say February.
Oh.
That's what I'm doing. What are you doing, Pam?
That's what I was going to say too. Early February is a good time to go. Avoid President's Day if you can, and check out February.
Right. Okay, so that is the right answer, Ricky. So just back us up.
I'm sorry. I am going to disagree. I'm going to say early March, because you will get the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. So as much as I love
Festival of the Arts in February.
I do love Festival of the Arts, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the weather is just a smidgen better in March. And not that it's bad in February, but I feel like you just a touch better in March. So I'm gonna go with early March. Yeah.
Ricky likes crowds.
I guess.
She
early.
She didn't know the right answer.
I did not know the right answer.
You do get spring training though if you go down in March.
We gave you the right answer before you even had the answer. You still missed it.
Still missed it.
Yeah. Let's hope you get spring training. Let's say we're optimistic.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, this one's for so this is for Ricky. What was your favorite holiday dish at Epcot's Festival of Holidays, and why was it the holiday whoopie pie? Dude, I had 2 of those within 24 hours, and we talked about how big they were. I had 2 wedding cakes.
Yes.
In like 24 hours, because I got one for lunch as a dessert, and then I'm like, I can't leave this park because again, the park reservation system, I can't go back. I'm like, because Scott paid for my dinner because he had tables, so I'm like, I'm paying you back. Here's what I'm doing. I gave my magic band to Elizabeth. They're going up to the trolley car cafe to get some Starbucks, and she said, "Oh, they have them there, and they put them in little plastic cases for travel." I'm like, "Oh, dude, get me one while you're there, while you're using my magic band." So, and here's the story: I was going to bring it home for the girls, dude. That thing didn't even make it to the next morning. It was so bad. I was just eating it at the hotel room. Anyway, that is the correct answer. Again, Ricky, what was yours?
Okay, well, so that's not Epcot Festival of the Holidays.
Oh no, you're right. I'm so wrong, but I'm one track mind. Whoopie pie.
That's one track mind. I will get to my whoopie pie story. But I am sorry to tell you, Annabelle, that I did not eat any of the holiday dishes at the Epcot Festival of the Holidays, because instead I went to the Regal Beagle, and apparently don't know how to order there, or really do know how to order there.
Vampire hunting.
So, I mean, should I tell the story now, or should I tell it on?
You ordered too much garlic toast.
Yeah. Yes. So, okay. In the app, it does not say that your pulled pork comes with a piece of garlic toast. So when they pulled up the options of what side I wanted, I mean, I wasn't going to eat pickles because I don't like pickles. And I know barbecue pickles go together, but no, that's not what happens. Again, I told y'all I don't like French fries, so I wasn't going to get the French fries.
There's something wrong with you because you don't like pickles with barbecue and you don't like fries.
I don't. And I don't like coleslaw because, again,
oh my gosh, coleslaw! Man, my grandma will whoop you because you put coleslaw right on that pulled pork sandwich, and man, you are in heaven.
And I do really like garlic bread, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get the garlic bread as a side. And then come to find out that I not only got the one piece that went with the actual meal, but then I got 2 more to go along with my side. So I was all carved out on garlic bread. So that was I enjoyed that. But there were a few things at the Epcot Festival of the Holidays that looked really good at various booths. So that's good. As far as the whoopie pie is concerned, Mike, I did go and get a whoopie pie, actually. I got 2 whoopie pies, and they're in my fridge right now. They came home with me.
still have
So
them. I've heard they don't keep well.
they don't. I told you that story. They do not keep well.
World. I think it was you that told me. Yes.
I did tell you that story, but I put it in the fridge this time as my hope that it would keep better in the fridge than just in my, in my kitchen. So yes, hopefully the fridge keeps it better. So yes, I have 2. They are going to be eaten here very, very soon.
And I just kind of blew it. Like I went yesterday to the festival holidays and I got chips, guac, a margarita, and an eclair. Anything you get any other time. I didn't get anything like special. Thanks.
I didn't either.
So Ricky, when you went to the Regal Beagle, did you order the smoked pork platter?
Oh no, you're gonna find it on the app that says
the one that's
it actually shows a picture coming of the garlic bread or the Texas toast with it, and it says comes with garlic toast and your choice of side.
Cold ball the answer.
So I just can't read. And
yes,
did not read.
Well, it probably said it in the description, but wasn't in the picture, or is it in both?
No, it's in the picture.
It's in both, apparently. Yeah.
Legit. Yeah, it's legit.
So even look at that. Even for pre-literacy, folks, right there.
Ricky, look,
getting garlic toast.
Hang on, I see that. But the picture could have been a side of.
Even if you don't speak the language, you'd have figured it out. I mean, there's a picture.
I'm just okay.
Hieroglyphics would have told you were getting garlic toast.
I now see
100%.
in the text that it says served with garlic toast. So
there's a big honking piece in the picture. Yes. I mean, it's as big as
in the picture. That still could have been a side of garlic toast. I'm just saying. Could have been a side of garlic toast.
We got to get to the last question of the day. So Natalie's got another. When would you like to go? When would you go to Walt Disney World? Here we go. We got different times. Focus.
Okay.
Mid-April or late to early, mid-April or late to early May. Like I said, it'd be all May.
Early to late.
Early to
or
late.
maybe she means late April, early May.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Mid-April or late April to early May.
Yes.
It's so hard. I don't know. Let's just go with mid-April or early May. Let's go with that. Late's throwing me way off. I would go early May for sure. Mallory's going this weekend to the Wisconsin Dells. Don't even give me feedback. This is not my deal. They are having a cheerleading competition because they couldn't have it in Illinois, so they moved it to Wisconsin. They're probably going to get a bid to Summit down at Walt Disney World in early May. It's always the first week of May. So who knows what's going to look like in May, but there's usually cheerleaders there. But they're not bad. They're not in the parks much, but you hear a lot of yay stuff. So I would say May anyway. So Pam, what would you say?
I would absolutely say early May, because there's so many schools that are still in session at that time that and they're coming up on the late. It's almost too late to pull them out of school because you're wrapping up your year right there.
Yeah, it's like the fun stuff's starting to happen.
Right? Who knows this year what's happening?
Exactly. It'll just be a different Zoom call. Who knows?
It's all fun. No, it's not all fun, but
me and you get to hear the teaching going on all day.
Yes,
it's fun for us.
Yes. So I'm muting you right now because you're not taking this serious.
Yes. Are you there? If you don't answer in the next 10 minutes, you are not getting your attendance points.
You're not going to get to clip up.
Yes. Oh, I got clipping up. That was right when I got out of it.
Dojo.
Yeah, that's class dojo. I was like, I'm out. I didn't do that. I'm like, this is bridge too far for this dude. I'm not dojoing people.
But yeah, so early May I think is better.
Ricky, is it May? It's May, right? It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. I'm just saying, it's gonna be May. So
yes.
All right. Well, as much fun as this is, we got to call this a show.
Yes, I think that's enough of this.
All right. So don't forget, you can join us as we record live on Mondays, usually around 5:45 Eastern. So come on by next Monday. We'll have a good time hanging out with you here in the chat. Today's show, of course, as always, brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Still time to get down there, see all the holiday offerings, but time is ticking. I'm telling you, it's going to be, it's not going to be May. It's going to be the end of the year before we know it. But I'm telling you, 2021 is looking pretty rosy. We got to be optimistic on that. There's some awesome deals from January to April. I'm telling you. I modified a room reservation today for somebody that was at Caribbean Beach with a discount over to Yacht Club for like $100 more for the trip. It was unbelievable. Like,
it is shocking at times. I'm like, that can't be right.
I know. We changed a couple dates and bam, I was like, almost the same price for Yacht Club and a stand garden. Actually, it was as it was Groovy. So I'm just telling you, just price it out. So just drop by the Magic for Less. Check out all the great trip planning tools while you're there. Fill out the quote form, mention the show, and we'll take great care of you. I promise you that. So check them out today over at themagicforless.com. As you do that holiday shopping, the music, the tempo is picking up, guys. We are getting close. The elves up on the North Pole are working doubles right now. Mm-hmm. And if you need to do your part, go to Amazon and use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Thank you so much. And a huge shout out to our patrons. Thank you for supporting the show. I appreciate that so very much. Mike in the Midwest heading your way this Thursday. If you want to join in, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Check us out on the social media, Instagram and Twitter at beourguestpod and at beourguestmike. Facebook.com/beourguestpodcast, and of course, YouTube.com/beourguestpodcast. All right, time to get out of here. And we are going to be back tomorrow on Thursday with hour 1 from the 6-hour live show that was recorded this past Saturday down at Give Kids World. And then Friday, we're talking about some highlights. We're just going to tell stories of stuff that happened this weekend. I can't tell them all. No, I can't. Anyway, you'll have to come back and find out if we can or if we can't, because I really can't, but I might. You don't know. So anyway, join us on Friday for our shows. I love doing this show because I toe the line. Like, there's stuff I can't tell that story. I was getting fired up on the airplane because I got delayed many times. Anyway, we'll be back on Friday. For Pam and Ricky, I'm Mike. Wish you a great Wednesday. Have a good one. We'll see you real soon. Okay.
That's too funny.
I can't. No, I can't.
I can't.
So
if you want to see something, well, never mind. I can't.
Nope.
You got it too. You got the.
I forgot that we were.
Okay.
I forgot what we were doing.
We're in front of live.
I forgot we were podcasting.
Right, like the old days.
I was too busy looking up crap to call Ricky on.
It's like, dude, there's a big fat piece of garlic toast.
Dude, it's in the picture.
I swear, I did. All it said was like, "Here, pick your side," and I was like, "Well, I want garlic toast, so I guess I will be getting a side of garlic toast." So I didn't realize.
In the back, they're like, "Dang, this girl likes her carbs."
Yeah, and Lisa mentions there's rooms in April at the Contemporary $400. The room I was talking about today, I got an AP offer for a guest $323 a night at Yacht Club. That's
so
crazy because I think Caribbean Beach was coming out like $290.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really just absolutely crazy.
You just got this is the time if you ever want to like do a bucket list split and stay at a deluxe. This is the time. This is it. Because once that vaccine hits and people start traveling, which, yay, I'm excited for that. But of course, Disney ain't gonna be having to incentivize because everybody's got cabin fever.
Yeah. I'm like, where do I need to go? What do I have to do?
Is it my arm, my butt, my foot?
Let's go. I'm in.
Whatever.
I shouldn't have said that.
How many shots do I need? I don't care.
2? Okay. 5?
My sleeve, about my pants. What do I got to do?
Yep.
I'm with it.
My sock?
Yeah.
Going in the third toe? I don't know.
I don't care. I've
never had a drive-through shot. That's a novelty, I think.
Oh my gosh.
The pain the pain, no matter how bad it hurts, it won't be as bad as the last few months.
Right?
True.
I will take a little shot, even though I'm terrified of needles. I
hate needles too. But I'm really kind of jeeved out about going through a drive-through and getting a shot. Drive-throughs, I get like 3 burritos and a couple of tacos.
Do you not get your flu shot every year?
I've never had a flu shot in my life.
What?
Me
nope.
neither.
I roll the dice.
Me neither.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta remember, we're from the Midwest, dude. We're hardy. There was a thing on the radio that in St. Louis, they did a survey, and it was a big survey. 40% of the people said they would get the vaccination. 60% said, I will wait and see how it goes. And that is very true.
So how about, I love the memes that are like, if you ever drank jungle juice out of a 100-year-old building basement apartment on campus, don't worry about what's in the COVID shot vaccine. I'm like, I'm safe. I went to Pitt. Like 98% of the parties were in some shady place.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, totally. Like, did you drink the beer out of the beer pong cups? I didn't. I didn't. 'Cause I never played beer pong, but I'm just saying because I didn't have my first drink until I was like 36.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's when I met Pam. Just kidding. But it's true.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, but it's true.
But it is true. Nothing her fault.
I'll be first in line for the vaccine. So
I think I will. I mean, if you grow a 6 toe, like immediately, let me know. Like I need to.
I will.
Okay.
I'll let
I mean, but at this point, like a 6 toe or be able to travel, I'll give me I'll just get a bigger shoe.
Right. They can take off a little toe.
Like, I'll put a little hole in my existing shoes and it'll just get a little air. It'll be like a right? A sandal, like it'll be 80% shoe, 10% sandal, 10%. Oh, just looking Hoosier.
I don't think the vaccine is going to be like looking for sponsorship of our podcast.
No, probably not. Hey, if you want.
I mean, at this point, dude, just like I can come in. You know, like there's those old memes, like, you know, or the old cartoons of the needle that's like 6 foot long. I'm just closing my eyes and just like, please aim right. Hit where there's some meat. And after eating this past weekend, I got a lot of meat on my rear. Just aim right for the right cheek and we'll be good to go. Ah, okay. I get to travel. Yay. Do I get a Snoopy Band-Aid?
Oh my gosh. Snoopy Band-Aids, yes.
Oh my God.
Love
Okay,
it.
let's do this.
Oh my God.
This will be fun. Okay.
We're nuts.
This is better than the podcast. I'm
Right? Exactly. We hope you enjoy this because this is not out anywhere. See, this is why you have to be here.
Yes.
And the middle and the after, yes.
I was just looking. I had a fantastic breakfast at Primo Piata last time we were there. When we talk about Primo Piata, and I want to mention it, it is a good one. I was looking that up on the app. That's what I was doing
when you were trying to call me out on my
I was like,
I'm gonna look it up too because I need to know the name of the sandwich.
I know what yours is called too.
Dude, you had the egg on top. Oh my God, Primo.
Is it like a croque monsieur?
Crocodile.
Oh, crocodile.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'll just type in Primo and it pops up. That's crazy.
See, I had the croque monsieur, and that was for dinner, and that was so good.
Yes. Yeah, they're basically the same thing.
Yeah,
it's
just one has egg on top.
Oh yeah, because I had the ham sandwich without the egg, and Scott's like, "Oh no, you got to have that at breakfast with the."
Agreed, but they have something else that's really good too.
Let's do this. Here we go. Tammy, you're late, but you're here. That's what is good.
That's what counts, and I like your little tree there. So. Oh
yeah, I'm like, no, that's Tigger, and that's Clemson.
No, she has a Christmas tree in her thing.
Okay.
Do you need me to call you out on something, Mike? Because I can do it.
You call people out and you got the photos. You got the receipts.
She does.
That's exactly it.
I'm so hip.
I learned that from Jocelyn.
No.
Everything.
I feel like I'm a hipster.
No, you're definitely not one.
I wear my same Mizzou shirt and hat every day. Yes, Tony says we should do a podcast in between shows. I agree.
Right? I know. We need, Tony, is an after dark show.
Right?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
It would go real quick.
Okay.
With drinks. We need an after dark show with drinks.
I just had like 7 Coke Zeros.
That's not the kind of drink Pam's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm good. Okay, here we go. That's 18.
As if that was what I meant.
Exactly.
Okay. Focus.
We'll get you that Godiva drink, Ricky.
Ooh, yes, I'm in.
Here we go. Welcome to episode 1814 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Yay. It's the weekend again. And this one's not going to be quite as fun as last weekend. My family's headed up to Wisconsin Dells for some cheerleading. I'm here with Super Dog Riley. I'm on dog sitting duty with Paige's dog, which I love. This dog is my sidekick. I'm all good. But last weekend I was at Walt Disney World. I got to go to Give Kids the World. I got to hang out with Ricky and all my friends and so much fun. So this weekend, just a little chilling, watching some football. And bold prediction, I did this once earlier this year, and I think it's time to pull it out one more time. I called the LSU victory by Mizzou early in the year. This year or this week, I'm calling a Mizzou victory over the Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh,
And I know those fans are passionate.
you're going to get it.
I tell you, you're getting Eli Drinkwitz this week. Be ready because we're going to light the dome and you're going to go home with your tails between your legs.
Wow.
That's right. And your Ugga is ugly. Just saying.
My little Ugga is not ugly.
I'm really trying to lose fans here real quick. I'm just playing. We're all SEC family, right? You see me on the commercials. SEC love. But I have a good feeling. We're on a roll. Anyway, let's forget that dog has an underbite and it's ugly too. So
this little Ugga is not ugly. She's adorable.
The state of Georgia has a monopoly on ugly dogs.
Oh, that's so mean. Oh, she's adorable. And I woke her up and now she's mad. Yeah,
if that dog barks, we're going to be talking.
I know. Go back to sleep, Daisy.
Joining us, she jumped in with her canine companion right there on cue. We have Ricky from the mouseforless.com. What's up, Ricky?
The dog went back to sleep, so we're good. This weekend is going to be filled with Christmas shopping because, that has to happen. This is about the only weekend I can do it. So hopefully I can figure things out. Otherwise I'm in trouble. So Christmas shopping, yay.
Yay. Mine's all on Amazon. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I really got to like sit down and buckle down and like figure out what I'm getting people because
I know I'm the world's worst gift giver. And it just like I get worse and worse the closer to Christmas I get, the more procrastinate. I start to sweat. I can't sleep. And it's like it's terrible. And I'm still like, the good news is Paige usually helps me out. So
that's helpful.
Good having an adult child. All right. Also joining us, she has an adult child as well. Pam Forrester, Coner, the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday, Pam.
I do have an adult child. She doesn't really help me with the Christmas shopping. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I need to enlist her.
You do.
Well, I bet you would help Steve, right? I mean, because like you just I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but like I'm just terrible because I don't ever shop. Like if I shop,
Steve's a really good gift giver, though.
Yeah, he's the perfect husband, right?
Steve is the perfect husband.
Yeah, he's really good. He's actually very.
He probably gives you foot massages every night.
Absolutely.
No, that doesn't happen. But he is a good gift giver because I'm the only one he has to buy for. So like he is one person. Like everyone else, like I take care of it for him. So.
That is cool. I'm in the same boat, and I still think it can give.
Yeah. Yes.
Anything.
It's true. It's all true. So.
All right. So today we're just going to spend some time telling stories from the road, not from the road, but from heading down to Walt Disney World and to give kids the world. And Pam she's been there many times. Recently, just wasn't there this past weekend. But just some highlights. So I want to start off with some dining that I did. Just because if you're heading down this holiday season, maybe this stuff will help you, maybe not. And some of the stuff has nothing to do with holiday season. It's just your next trip, stuff you do not want to miss. Okay, quick review. I got to stay at the Riviera and I got to stay at Caribbean Beach. The Riviera, I stayed one night just because I wanted to fly in a little bit early. I had a reservation for Friday and Saturday night at Caribbean Beach. My buddy Scott was staying at the Riviera. And he was already there. So he added me to the reservation because it was a room only, no big deal. Just throw me on there. Got in on Thursday and I wanted to go to the Magic Kingdom to take pictures. I wanted to be in the parks at night after dark to take, because I got the new iPhone. So I want to take pictures in the dark because my old iPhone was really old and it didn't have, I was so jealous. Even Mallory, she got a phone for Christmas last year. It had dark mode. Mine didn't have dark mode. Like my 12-year-old's got a better phone than me. It was like brutal. So anyway, I got the new phone and I wanted to take night mode pictures because I'd seen them all on social media. I wanted to see the castle, the projections. I wanted to see the mini fireworks, the pops, I call them, and just kind of go around the Magic Kingdom at night. So I got to stay with Scott that night, got to do that, and just had a good time. But the Riviera, oh, dude, I can't. I like the Riviera. I don't want to like the Riviera. I want to like Pop Century. Because, and again, every resort is nice for its own reasons. But I mean, you are in the lap of luxury when you're at the Riviera because you got the Skyliner at your disposal. I mean, it just smells good. It's got great dining. The pool's amazing. The room was incredible because they had a 1-bedroom. And so the way the sleeping arrangements worked was obviously Scott and his wife, Elizabeth, slept in the big bedroom in the master bedroom. I slept in the pull out. It was a couch, but there's video on my Instagram. I think we made a Reels. I don't think it was Reels. Yeah, it was a Reels, actually. I think it pulls right out of the wall. And I mean, you don't have to do anything, right? You don't have to take the cushions off the couch. You don't have to do anything. Yeah, I mean, there's like art on the wall. There's a picture of like Beauty and the Beast. You pull on this one spot. I mean, the couch is gone. There's a double bed. I'm telling you, I slept like a log. It's super comfortable. Emily slept under the TV. There's a little like twin bed that pulls out. So she slept there. I mean, everybody had plenty of room to sleep. And even this is a special thing. Pull the bed out of the wall and there's like charging ports on each side of all your devices. I mean, how 2020 is that? Because I had like 7 things I had to charge. I'm like, and it was a great place to stay. Kitchenette. I got up to run super early before everybody else got going. And I was going to surprise them because Scott was all excited because they had groceries in the fridge. They had cinnamon rolls, right? So Elizabeth's still sleeping. Scott's down trying to he's trying to get all the songs from the Riviera background Christmas loop. So he's down asking Siri what every song is. He's not in the room. So I'm like, I got my quick shower and I'm like, I'm surprised. It was like, I'm going to be like, the greatest guest ever. I grabbed those cinnamon rolls, got a tray out of the oven, preheated the oven. I put them in. Oh man. But then they all woke up before they got done, but I wanted everybody to wake up and come up to like the smell of cinnamon rolls. Right. But you can do that in a villa. It was awesome. I love the ribs. So that was kind of my first little story. So Riviera, very nice. Ricky, you go with the story. We're just going to kind of bouncing back with this thought from the weekend.
So I got to complete my monorail resort bucket list. So thank you to our lovely friend Florence. I have now officially stayed at every single monorail resort. So we started, of course, with the Grand Floridian and then went to the Polynesian. And then she and I had talked and she's like, if I ever stay at the Contemporary, I will let you know. And so she had this booked and she's had this booked for a long time. So I was going to be here this weekend anyway. So kind of worked out nicely. So I got to finally cross the Contemporary off of my bucket list. And not only was I staying in Bay Lake Tower, but I also had a theme park view room, which was fantastic, going to bed and seeing, the Magic Kingdom and Cinderella Castle and Space Mountain and just seeing all that while going to bed. It was super fantastic. Having my breakfast out on the patio and enjoying that while, everybody's waking up and the parks are starting to wake up at that point and seeing Astro Orbiter, twirling around and everything like that. And the monorail is going to and from the park. And it was just, with a cup of coffee and a Mickey waffle, like, I don't think your morning can get any better than that, right? Like, that's just perfect. Like, you've got the great view, the great food, and the coffee. So, I mean, I'm all in on that. But it's super handy, of course, to get to the main part of the Contemporary, just walk through the little walkway that they have on the 5th floor. I thought the room was fantastic. It was the studio, so it had the little kitchenette, which was really handy. Having
cinnamon rolls for everybody.
I did not make cinnamon rolls for everybody, but what I did, Mike, I'm just saying, I mean, y'all know me and my habit of bringing food back with me. So it happened because
you took all Florence's groceries.
Yes, I took all of Florence's groceries. No, so we actually went to the Wave. I missed our good buddy Tim, who was a server there, but I did get to enjoy the amazing sweet potato pancakes that they have at the Wave, which are so good. They don't have the buffet right now, obviously because of COVID. But you can still get the sweet potato pancakes. They come in a stack of 4, and they come with like bacon or sausage, and they are so good. They have the awesome like honey pecan, I think, butter or something like that. It's just the most amazing butter ever. Literally, all you need is to put the butter on the pancakes and just eat them. I mean, you don't need syrup or anything. You can just go all in on that. So that's what I did, and I ate half of my pancakes and then took the other half and put them in the fridge, which was super handy. So
nothing ever makes it home with me. I eat it all.
I know. I definitely I'm not that type of person. So, but yeah, it was a great room. Very much enjoyed, the Contemporary, and you can't beat the view. So, I mean, and the walk over to the Magic Kingdom was just, I mean, even Brian was marveling over the walk, just getting to walk to the Magic Kingdom. He's like, oh my gosh, it's so nice. Just get up and walk over and go and you're there. And so, yeah, he even liked that part of it. So that was good.
Well, and speaking of walking, Thursday night, I did walk from the Magic Kingdom over to the Grand on the new path.
How was it?
It's very well lit. I mean, it is lit up like a runway, you know, like, I mean, you can't miss it. And I mean, it's not short. It's not long though. I think I was walking with actually a listener and their family, you know, the two brothers and their families. We walked together from the park over to the Grand Floridian, and you know, we're walking and talking and just having a good time, not in a hurry. And it took probably, I think, 15 minutes.
Not bad.
Okay. But it was a nice walk. I mean, at park closing, you're gonna wait that long at least to get a monorail or a boat.
Absolutely. And if it can help alleviate a little bit of that, you know, and you just want to take the path and get back to the Grand, I mean, that sounds like a really great way to do it now.
It is. And again, you have control. You can just go whenever you're ready. You don't have to wait for any kind of mode or lines or anything. You just roll. It was nice. You can get pictures too from there. Okay, so Pam, because I want to talk about at the Riviera, Primo Piatto, because I talked about this on Wednesday, and I gotta evangelize. I gotta speak to the truth. But I'm gonna let you talk about that restaurant as well, because when I brought this up, you're like, oh, I've stayed there many times lately, and I'm a fan as well. So we're not gonna talk about the same item.
No.
So what did you like about Primo Piatto? Again, counter service Riviera.
So it is, and it is a great place, especially breakfast. I love when a restaurant does a great job with breakfast. It just is, I think it's just a great way to start the day. I want a few choices, especially if you're staying there. Like, you don't want to have to eat the same thing every morning. So
you know me, guys. I'm cool with that. I'm just a creature of habit. But go ahead. If you're a little strange, you like different stuff. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Yeah, sorry about that. But so the thing that I love if they get there is the Primo Piatto breakfast, which is usually at most resorts it's called the bounty platter.
Yeah,
because
that's what Scott had yesterday. That's exactly what Scott had. This is the Riviera's bounty platter.
Yes, but it's different. I'm going to take off my glasses because I actually don't need my glasses to read. I need them to see far away. So I'm reading now. So I have to go back to my regular eyes. This is it. Mike needs them all the time, I think. So. I do. All right. So it has scrambled eggs, but it's served over these mascarpone polenta. And it is so good. Like, it's like polenta, sort of like if you've been to California Grill and you've gotten the pork, it's served over this polenta that has goat cheese in it. And it's so good. This is sort of the same thing. It's so creamy. It's cheesy. It's yummy. It's served with this brioche roll that has a little bit of sweetness to it. And it's served with bacon and sausage too. So, I mean, you get eggs, you get polenta, you get a roll, you get sausage, you get bacon.
That sounds awesome.
It is. And it's served with like these like roasted tomatoes too. That's not in the description. I was hoping it was going to be. It's not. But those are fantastic too. Love it.
Did you actually order an extra side of roasted tomatoes?
Yeah, I'm sure she did. Yeah.
I did not.
Like 18.
I did not.
Thanks, Pam. Thank you. Keep me real and honest. That's fine.
I look at the picture. I read the description. You know, all
I just saw pulled pork and garlic bread.
Ricky got excited.
And
then
I needed to
pushing buttons.
I just needed to see those two items. That's it. So
yes.
Oh my gosh, that's
so. Anyways,
okay, so I want to jump in here because again, at Primo Piatto, I got there Thursday afternoon. My flight got in mid-afternoon. I'd been junking out on the plane with like the brownie. Now they give you a little snack bag of like mixed nuts, and not nuts, but they're like pretzels and cheese stuff on Southwest. But they also give you dessert now. They're called like brownie crunchers or something. They're just like little. It's like the burnt quarters of a brownie. They're really good.
Oh, I love those.
I know, they're really good. Try to find them in the store. Anyway, so I didn't want to get the big old hamburger this time, but I was kind of hungry, so I got the croque. Is that how you say that?
Croque
monsieur, which is basically just a big old fat ham and cheese sandwich.
Yes.
Oh, with those fries you mentioned, stuff on top. Oh,
all of it's amazing. Yeah.
So I get this, and Scott's like, "Good call. That's a great lunch, Mike. You're starting your trip off the right way." I just got to met them up in their villa, got that mobile, ordered it, brought it up, living life, right? He's like, "But I'm telling you what, there's something better than the croque monsieur." He's like, "You got to come back for breakfast." So I waited till the last day. I waited till Sunday morning. We met there because they were flying out earlier than me. So we met there for breakfast before they left out. And I got the croque madame. I'm so bad at these days.
I'm just happy to hear you say it. I just
like, hey, man, I'm from Missouri. Back off. They let me say it the Riv. They don't make me speak the language. I'm just saying. And that's why I call it the Riv, because that's what it is. It's simple. Anyway, I got this thing. It's the ham and cheese sandwich, just as big. Okay. I mean, the ham is so good, the cheese is so good. But when you look at my Instagram, I got a picture of it. Okay, so you got this ham and cheese sandwich, really good. Like, it's really good bread too. Oh, I can't even talk about my mouth water.
It definitely makes you mouth water. Yeah.
On top of the bread, right? There's this melted piece of thick cheese. I don't know, like Swiss cheese. I don't know what kind. Does it say?
It's just cheese, and it's delicious. Yes.
But that's not all. This is like Saturday. That's not all.
That's not all.
No. On top of this, boom, a fried egg, like you're at Red Robin. I mean, it's not in it, it's on it. So I was getting ready to eat this sandwich, right? And I didn't bring back because I didn't. Scott had already had 3 at this point throughout the week, not at once. He had them because they're so good. He just kept getting them every morning. Thing was, I didn't get like a knife or fork or anything. I just got the box in my napkin.
Oh no!
I was getting ready. I opened the box and I'm getting ready to just grab. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What are you going after that with your hands?" Get the sandwich, right? He's like, "No. It's got a fried egg on top. Like, get a knife and a fork." Right. It was a big old mess, but oh my. I'm not kidding. I talked about this on Wednesday. I would walk 2,000 miles for this thing again, right? It was so good.
So now Mike is going to start making himself for breakfast ham and cheese sandwiches with fried egg.
You should just
I don't think I can make this. It's so good.
And you're not going to be able to get the sauce down.
No,
you could definitely do like toast with cheese and an egg and ham on it.
I'm just saying, if you're staying at Caribbean Beach, walk over. It is absolutely.
It is very good.
Walk. It is, and it's on the Skyliner. People, Pop Century, Art of Animation. Get on a bucket and get yourself over there.
He said bucket.
I'm just saying, gondola, whatever.
Gondola, come on.
We haven't said that well. Gondola. Here's the thing, though. So the ham and cheese sandwich at lunch is $12.99. Not a bad deal. You get those awesome fries with it. But at breakfast, it's $10.79, and you get egg on top. But you get sauce. You get a couple links of sausage or some bacon or something. The fries are better than the.
Yeah, the fries are much better than the sausage or bacon. But.
I mean, this sucker is filling. I mean, if you eat protein, you are set. So we've spoken to Primo Piatto. Chef kiss emoji.
Oh my god!
Is that what people say now on Twitter? Whatever that is, chef kiss. Good job, Primo Piatto.
What I want one day is just a podcast where Mike has to pronounce a whole bunch of words that have a foreign origin.
I can't say it, but I can sure eat it. I'm just saying it is so.
Talk about the food that he ate, and then go into different emojis and other social media things like that. This would be the best podcast ever.
It would be. Courtney adds the baked brie at Bar Riva was amazing.
Yes. Bar Riva is just in itself amazing. Mm-hmm. Truly.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been there yet. Got to do that. Didn't have enough time at the Riv. Got to make it happen. Okay, Ricky, give us another story from the weekend that would help our listeners.
Okay.
Hopefully you can pronounce something in an odd way.
I think I can pronounce a few of these words. I'm just going to say. So, as everybody has known, I have had a little bit of trouble getting a Rise of the Resistance boarding pass.
Yeah.
Basically, since the attraction has opened, I have been on the attraction prior to this trip once in the entire time, and I had only lucked into getting a boarding pass because I had the backup boarding pass. And that day, it was right. I literally haven't ridden the attraction in a year because I rode it at Christmas last year. And so it was right when they were still doing like the backup boarding passes. And I got like the last one. And they were thankfully on a very quick schedule that day. So I was able to ride the attraction. So as many know, I have tried multiple times I can't get up, I can't make it to rope drop, even at 10 o'clock in the morning, still can't make it to rope drop. So
you choose not to.
What is happening?
Absolutely think you could if you had to.
I can't.
Half of my day is over by 10 a.m.
I've already run a half marathon, but and had 2 meals by then. I'm just saying.
I'm well aware, I still can't do it. So anyway, I have missed the 10 o'clock drop. I've missed, multiple other ones. And so last time when I was there in November, I tried to do the 7 a.m. So I did wake up at 7 the last time, and I tried to make my reservation and nothing. And so I was like,
you know why? Because they knew you don't typically wake up at
I
them.
know. And they're like, haha, we're going to mess with her.
They were like, no.
Exactly. So then
karma.
Karma, exactly. So it errored on me. So I was like, oh, okay. So let me try the 2 o'clock drop again. So I tried the 2 o'clock drop before and it errored on me. So I was like, okay, let's try it again. And this time,
if it goes twice, but go ahead. I don't want to stop you because
exactly. This time again, at that time, it didn't work again. So I was like, so I hadn't had high hopes of getting my boarding pass this trip. So I've come to the conclusion that like if I get one, I get one. If I don't, I don't. So I set my alarm. I know this is going to give Mike the heebie-jeebies. I set my alarm for 6:57. So
this is why you don't get them right there. You do 6:40 and you start getting things ready and you get yourself a little caffeine so you're ready to go.
Brush your teeth.
This is exactly why you do not get a boarding group. Okay, I'm just saying that's the parent in me.
True.
Don't get them. I'm sorry for you if you get up to 6:57.
Sit her down and talk to her about this.
I'm saying that extra 10 minutes of sleep is not worth not getting that boarding group because if you get yourself all ready, you're going to have a way better chance. You got it. You're like Paige. Paige would do that.
Okay. Well, you can talk that all up, but I got a boarding pass.
Yeah, I'm saying, and also Cogsworth right twice a day, right? I'm just saying. We talked about that on Saturday too.
So you can talk it up all you want. I got up at 6:57 and I still got my boarding pass. So the trips that I kind of enacted this time to get a boarding pass, I got off of Disney Wi-Fi. So that was the key right there. Yes. Which of course I've heard is kind of the key for a lot of people. I started counting down. So like at 6:58, I started counting down in my head like the clock.
You used your head. Why don't you use your Apple Watch? Look at the clock.
I know. I just started counting down in my head, and then it was easier.
Please don't use these methods. I'm just saying, if you're listening, please just cover your ears while she talks for the next 2 minutes, or pull your ear pods out.
Hey, I still got the boarding pass.
Yeah, I'm saying a broken clock is right twice a day. And I also call it the blind squirrel the analogy. Like, I mean, a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Anyway, so I had the app open and ready to go. And then as soon as counting down helped. As soon as I got to, like 58, I hit the join and it allowed me to get in there and I was able to select myself and Brian. And then at the part where I always had the trouble to finish the whole thing off is right there. So I hit the button and I'm sitting here going, okay, it's not going to work. And then I got the success. You have a boarding pass. So I was like, hallelujah.
You texted me, said you're going back to bed, and I
totally did.
That's right.
I sent Mike a text, and I said I got a boarding pass, and then I immediately went back to sleep. So no joke, I legit fell asleep for another 2 hours.
Nothing the most productive part of the day, but that's okay.
So, hey, I still had breakfast. I still got everything done that I needed to do. So I'm just saying. So yesterday they were running pretty well. Sorry. Sunday. They're running pretty well. So we don't record these on Monday nights. So everything went really great. I managed to get on the attraction. I did get a cleaning cycle, so I did have to wait a little bit longer. But it's good to know that they're cleaning the attraction. So that's plus. They've now added the divider so they can have more people ride the attraction. So they have a divider separating the two, the front row and the back row, which is really handy. So that part's nice too. And it was great. Everything was socially distanced in the queue. Waited probably about with the downtime for cleaning, probably about 45 minutes or so for the attraction, which was perfectly fine for me. So I did it. While I was waiting for my boarding pass, I went to mine and Pam's favorite, Baseline Tap House, and
we made a reels for an hour there. You can see on my Instagram as well. So go ahead.
Yes. So I got the ready to ding it. I got the charcuterie. Thing. Okay, good.
I got the exotic margarita. Nothing was sour, but go ahead. We weren't together. Go ahead.
So I got the board. It was amazing. Really good. Love it. Got the pretzel with cheese, beer cheese. So good. Brian ended up dipping his grapes in there. Okay, whatever.
Gross.
It was I know. I was like, why are you dipping grapes in the beer cheese? But whatever.
Like 3 samplers or something before he did that. I don't know.
He only had 1 beer, so he got the beer. It was perfect, gorgeous, beautiful day to be sitting outside and enjoying the charcuterie and the pretzel. But the thing that I got that is there for the holidays right now, and I don't drink So I was a little leery about this. It was not a beverage, but it was y'all know I love myself some creme brulee. And so I saw the little sign that was on the counter, and it was for a whiskey apple creme brulee. And I said, oh my gosh, that actually kind of sounds good. So I thought to myself, Ricky, you're going to get that. So I did. And oh my gosh, it was phenomenally good. I could definitely taste the whiskey, not going to lie.
I was making reels for the next hour.
Not making reels for the next hour. I could definitely taste the whiskey. I liked that they had the spiced cinnamon apples at the bottom of the creme brulee. And I think if I, make creme brulee, I'm going to try that next time because I thought that was really, really good. So like a cinnamon apple creme brulee sounds like phenomenally fantastic to me right now. But it was so good. I wish, again, they would have this more than just the holiday season because I thought it was excellent. And they don't really have that much of desserts at a Baseline, so adding this into the mix I think would be a really good thing. So yay, Baseline for your whiskey apple creme brulee.
And you don't need desserts in a park that has holiday whoopie pies.
I mean, you don't, but when you're taking the holiday whoopie pies and you're gonna eat dessert while you're in the park,
they should have those at every, how like it used to be on the Disney here, this is a long time ago when we'd be on the Disney dining plan and you got the dessert included.
Yes.
So you remember you got the dessert with like lunch, right? You got the dessert with your counter service meal.
Yes, you did.
And I cannot tell you, this is back when I used to haul around a backpack, like everywhere we went, like as a Sherpa. And we would end up, because there was 3 or 4 of us, like I would have these little cakes in the little chocolate cakes.
Oh yeah, the little chocolate cakes. Yeah.
I had enough to feed an army by the end of the week. I mean, because like you wouldn't be hungry and you got snack credits to use too for fun stuff.
And all they had were the little chocolate cakes.
Yeah, you had like 2 or 3 options, a little chocolate cake. Dude, if they need to just make whoopie pies at every restaurant. Like just have the option. Get whoopie pie. I do
keep the red velvet.
Make America great with whoopie pies. I'm just saying, man. It doesn't matter your political affiliation. Everybody likes a good whoopie pie.
Yes, agreed. I keep the red velvet whoopie pie all the time. Have it in addition to the carrot cake cookie, and you'll be fine. Just saying, keep both. It's fine.
Okay, so real quick, I want to throw in. I did something I usually don't do. I was in a park from park opening to park closing, and that was our studios day because, again, here's the other thing. Steve Baker was there, one of our other agents at the Magic for Less, and so. Of course, you're tied to your boarding group, right? You go there because you have your boarding group, but you want to do stuff before it, stuff like that. You don't know exactly what time you're going to ride because it depends. Like the ride went down for a long chunk while we were there that day. We were there on Friday, a week from today. And so Steve, I don't know, he's got magic fingers or something. He got like group like 4 or something like that. So so we had group 41 or something like, we were in the 40s, 42, 41. Anyway, so here's the thing. I'm trying to decide, would I rather have a group in the 40s or would I rather have a group like in the single digits? And I think I would rather have a group in the 40s. And here's why is because you can go to the park and you can like rope drop mini and minis, and you can probably get a lot of Toy Story Land done like in that first hour. Cause especially if you get there before the park opens, cause letting people in early, you can get a lot of that other stuff done. They're guaranteed the ride time for Rise, where Steve got to do Rise right early, right? Because they called his group, but then he was way behind us in the line for Toy Story, Slinky Dog, because again, the crowds have kind of built everywhere else. So I think, getting a boarding group's fine. You don't want to, look a racehorse in the mouth? I don't know.
Gift horse.
You probably don't want a racehorse in the mouth either. But I'm just saying, like, whatever. You just, you take what you get at this point, right? You don't argue about it. But I'm just saying, with the 40s, we had more time to kind of go around and do a bunch of stuff, then do Rise in the afternoon. But the thing was, here's the thing: we were kind of held hostage by Rise because we weren't going to leave. Because we don't have to leave, even though we were at the Riviera, we didn't have to go there and back, and then our time come up. So we stayed there from park opening to park closing, got my lunch at Backlot Express, just got the whoopie pie for dessert, real good. But here's the thing. I like random stories on podcasts, and here's one. We went to 50s prime time. We rode Rise. It was awesome, just like always. But we went to 50s prime time for dinner at about 4:30. We were eating on Rollin time, basically, because that's where the ADR was. But we got there, had a nice table, got the sampler, everybody got their stuff. It was good. Over Scott's shoulder, the decor in the 50s, there are these poodles, and I mentioned them on social media. Okay, so there's these ceramic poodles, and I don't know what the story is, My great grandparents, because they lived to be like in their 90s, so I got to be with them until I was in my teens. They lived over in Alton, Illinois. They had these exact ceramic, crazy looking poodles. Like it's a mom poodle and like 3 baby poodles that are like attached by like a gold chain. They're half shaved. They're the weirdest looking things, but I was like, oh my God, I have not seen those in 40 years. I have not even seen them on TV, social media. I have not seen this in 40 years. And it's right over Scott's head. I'm like, take a picture. These are awesome. We walk out of 50s prime time. In the decorations, in the grass, they have a gigantic set of these things, which I didn't even see coming in, of these poodles. They're called spaghetti poodles. I put it out there. Somebody did some research, gave me some links. They're called spaghetti poodles. They're kitschy, like decorations in the 50s. Long story, but it was ironic that all of a sudden I hadn't seen these things in 40 years. And like they're all over the place.
Now they're in your face.
It was the weirdest thing. But the whole thing is, they've added these like really kitschy 50s, 60s type decorations, like with these like deer, these kind of reindeer, those kind of scary looking kids with the umbrellas.
Very scary children, yes.
Right, over by Brown Derby. But the thing is, God, I can't say this enough. Studios at the holidays is amazing.
Yes.
And especially, I saw the projections on Tower of Terror, breathtaking. Just the stars hanging on Sunset Boulevard, those like garlandy stars. I mean, Pam, I guess it's your aesthetic, but I mean, I can't see somebody not falling in love with the way the studios looks at the holidays.
They do such a great job. And I think one of the reasons that it appeals so much to so many of us is that we do remember like a grandparent or a great grandparent having some of these decorations in their house. All of the decorations are sort of that mid-century modern vibe, or earlier, or even earlier than that. It sort of fits with the old Hollywood theme. Like Mike said, there are the spaghetti poodles, and there is this tree that has these decorations that look like they're from that period in time. There are all kinds of little decorations throughout the parks. Those deer, the reindeer that look like those does, that the ceramic does that you saw in so many different places. And I love, first of all, that Hollywood Studios, I think, is always better at night because there's so much neon there, right? And this fits in with that. It enhances that. It complements it, if you will. And it just makes for such a pretty, pretty picture. I love Hollywood Studios at night, but especially love it during the holiday season. So
that's the planning challenge I had, right? Because I was going to go down Friday and come home Sunday, just because we were doing the show on Saturday. That was kind of the goal, just be there for the weekend real quick, get down and get back. But the thing is, I wanted to go into a park at night, and I knew Sunday I was flying home my flight was at 5. So I knew that I had to be on Magical Express at 2. So I was not going to see, even if I went to a park on Sunday, wouldn't see it at night. So I knew I had 2 shots. And so I had to really think about it. Like, which 2 parks do I want to see and take pictures of in the dark? And it was Magic Kingdom and Studios. And I think I made the right decisions there as far as like trying to see stuff and, night decorations. And I was very happy with that. But it's, again, when park hopping returns here in a few weeks, it could possibly give you the chance to have, it'll totally give you the chance to like do what you want as far as attractions. And then where do you want to be at dark? Because I think at dark, it's magic. I mean, we've said this almost 13 years, even before anything happened. Like, it's just cool being in a park late at night, even if it's not late at night, but after dark. I think it's just more special.
Yeah, I totally agree. It is. It's just, there's something about it. And, I think that it's easy to find things to do that aren't even necessarily attraction based at night in those parks. So, yeah.
All right. So, Pam, I know you weren't down there this weekend, but thoughts, something else. Give us a little mini story of something to think about
the things.
But I mean, like, things you've seen. Oh, one thing we could talk about, and actually Ricky could speak to this because she, I think, did an article on the Mouse for Less about this, because we mentioned this on Wednesday, and you saw this, Pam. You give us your thoughts. The self-checkout shopping, I don't know exactly what Disney's calling it, but where you grab a clear bag and you go around and scan things, and like it's like it's like the borderline of paying for things and like shoplifting things kind of thing. It makes you feel weird. Like, I mean, I know you're paying for everything, but it's just, I don't know, like, I'm from the Midwest. It just doesn't seem right. Well, Ricky, walk us through that process, because you did a blog post. I think I saw pictures.
I did do a blog post. So yeah, you can find the article on the Mouse for Less. But basically, how it works, and they're testing it right now. So just keep that in mind. But clearly, this is something that they're going to roll out to more and more shopping destinations at Walt Disney World. But what you do is there's a sign at the front of the store, and it allows you to scan. There's a QR code. It allows you to scan, and it will pull up the mobile checkout, and it will allow you to kind of go around the store, and you basically kind of scan your items with the My Disney Experience app and the mobile checkout, and it takes a picture of the the barcode, and it will pull up the price of the item, lets you see that, and then you can add it to your cart. I guess I should use that in quotes.
Yeah.
And then that basically means you can add it to your bag. So there are clear plastic bags.
The same bags they use for Run Disney if you're a runner for the checked stuff. So
Exactly, but it just allows Disney to see what's in your bag. And so you add it to your actual shopping bag. And then when you're all done, so you can do this as many times as items you want to purchase. When you're all done, you just go to the app and you click to finish to pay, and it will even take into account any discounts that
right.
are
that was key. I thought that was awesome.
So important right there. So if you have an annual pass or a DVC or whatever discount, that would totally take that into effect, an account, and then basically you click pay, and boom. I mean, it went bing bang boom, and then you are done. And then you can leave the store. You don't have to go to the checkout. You're just done. So once you exit the store, there is a cast member who is at the exit, and they are there, and they will, scan. There's a QR code that you actually get when you're all done shopping and you've paid. And so they will actually scan the QR code, obviously look at the items that you have in your bag, and then you may leave. So very simple, very easy. And yeah.
So I got all my souvenirs. So right now, again, recording time, it could be different by the time this publishes, but it was at Mouse Gear, and then it was at Everything Pop.
Yes.
Their shopping area. So I jumped the Skyliner from Caribbean Beach over to Pop so I could do this. I had to get the girls their souvenirs, and they were all there. So I was lucky. And so I threw everything in the bag, scanned it, so forth and everything. I got to but the thing is, my souvenirs all had those paint security things, right? Or whatever the things. It was like a couple of shirts and a pair of Crocs for Mallory. And so they had to take those off. So I went over, but I had everything in the card. I went through the process, but then when I went to check out, it said something was wrong with my card on My Disney Experience. So it didn't allow me to finish the checkouts. They just shuttled me right to the front of the line to a cast member. But it is slick because I did see my annual pass discount without even asking. I got to throw in one of those $15 like holiday bags. That's like, if you spend $30, you can get that bag. It was simple. I mean, I think this is the way of the future. Now, again, we debated this on the show real quick. I don't want to see cast members get eliminated because of this. I just think it's an option. They'll keep the lines down. There'll be very few people that choose this option, but it will keep that person out of the line. And that person will feel like they're being more efficient too. I think everybody wins in this kind of scenario.
I think you're right. I think everybody wins in this instance. And I will absolutely consider using this moving forward.
Me too.
I think it's a great way to handle things. Now, I do wonder how they're going to do this in the future. I'm assuming they will keep this. And in the future, right now they have a one way in and one way out of stores at pretty much every store on Disney property right now. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when that part, if that part goes away, or if they're going to keep the one way in, one way out thing. But if they get rid of it, are they going to have somebody stationed at every single exit? They
probably will. I think they'll have it'll be a greeter as you come in. It's a bouncer as you go out.
Exactly.
It's like a little rough. It's
exactly.
A little muscle if you're trying to get out of there. I think it is a cool option, and I'm not a big shopper, but I mean, so for example, I want to get also I wanted at the Riviera. I want to get a bottle of Coke Zero out of it was a Mouse Gear actually. I wanted a bottle. I don't know why I didn't get it then because I could have got a Mouse. No, it was the Riviera. I want to get a bottle of Coke Zero, and the line was long. Both registers, and I'm like, oh, not get a bottle. But I mean, if I could have done that, I could have got a bottle of Coke Zero, scanned it, put it in the bag, and walked out.
Yep. So that part's handy.
All right. Well, hey, we're running long, so we're going to save some more of our stories for the weeks to come. Maybe Sunday night on the live call-in show because we'll get back together for that. But I hope you enjoyed it. Just some fun stuff. We have plenty more to talk about, though. So thanks for hanging with us. As always, it's Friday show, Monday shows, Wednesday shows, Thursday shows. They're all sponsored by the Magic for Less Travel. So if you want to get down and self-checkout, or I'm telling you, You don't have to walk. You can, but you need to get down there and eat this breakfast sandwich. Again, Croque Madame. It'll change your life, and it is worth booking a trip right now. Just go over to themagicforless.com. There's always good stuff to eat down at Walt Disney World. It's fun attractions to experience, music. I got to hear Voice of Liberty. It was amazing. It almost brought me to tears. It's amazing. So get down there. Have a great time, either here in 2020 or in 2021. Drop by The Magic for Less. Check out all the great trip planning tools. Fill out the quote form while you're there. Mention the show. We are planning a great trip together right away. So check them out today at themagicforless.com. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link as you shop this weekend online. It really does help support the show. Free way to support everything we do. BeOurGuestPodcast.com/Amazon. And a huge shout out to the patrons. Mike in the Midwest every Thursday, a little extra content. And you guys are really helping keep the show going. So please join us over at patreon.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. Where can you find us? At Ricky Nibs for Ricky, at TMFLT Pam for Pam, at BeOurGuest Mike for Mike, and at BeOurGuest Pod for all of us.
Wait, I thought TMFLT Pam was you. This whole time I got it wrong.
BeOurGuest Mike was Ricky for a little bit on Saturday because she grabbed my phone. I was busy. I was trying to get the buzz out of the line, so she took over. Then I found a selfie. So there you go. Anyway, also Facebook, just search for BeOurGuest Podcast. Same thing on YouTube as well. I'm telling you, you need to find the show, the video for this show, because we did a lot of stuff before and between shows that you may want to check out. It's the raw video as we record all. Okay, so we are going to get out of here wishing you a great weekend. Whatever you do, stay safe, stay healthy. For Ricky and Pam, I'm Mike. We'll see you real soon.
Yeah.
That sounded like you were saying healthy for Ricky and Pam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to be healthy too. And everybody else.
Calm us out.
Be cheerful and bright.
Right?
Cheery and bright. Yes. Merry and bright.
Merry and bright. All right. Those were good.
All right. See y'all.
Awesome.